Doris Ogala.
Ben, you know, say me, I know they get some kind of secrets when it comes to criminality. But I've called you,
What do you say?
here. You were the one that told me that when Mrs. Ibu arrived at Abuja, that the first thing she asked for was Mr. Ibu's ATM card. They asked me a question. I said, my friend Benny told me, just to concur what my brother here said, that Mrs. Ibu said requested for money for flight. And I said, yes, I'm aware. And even when he got to Abuja, that the first thing she did was play ATM. Have I done bad? Ben, is it not what you told me that happened in the hospital?
Yeah, I think someone sent me this link and told me what was going on here, and my name was mentioned. Actually, I'm in the gym right now, doing some gym. Then I decided to come on. But I can't see that it freeze anymore.
Now the freeze is here.
I'm right here. Just continue what you're saying. Don't worry.
Okay, sir. Oh, okay, all right. Anyway, the thing there is this. The reason why I came on here is because Ibu's life is involved. Otherwise, normally I don't like middling into families affairs. But I had to come on here because Ibu is my colleague. And at this point in time, we all have to say what we know about him to save his life. In Abuja, Ibu fell ill in Abuja in the hospital where Ned Woko kept him for some months. Okay?
Oh.
Now, the hospital discharged Ibu. I have to be frank here. I have to be open about the whole situation. The hospital discharged Ibu with a result, a very bad one. They said that we should take Ibu home, that Ibu would not last up to 6 months, that we should go and prepare Ibu. I felt bad. And then I said to my colleagues that we went there together, Emma Labista was there. Then there was another man who was leading our group then. His name is Ahmed Bala. He was also there. Then my sister, my younger sister, was in the hospital for kidney transplant in Abuja, Zenith Medical Center. So I told them, I said, okay, since they said Ibu has kidney failure and all that, all multiple organ failure, let us go to that hospital, Zenith Medical Center, to have a second opinion about his health. That was how we took Ibu to Zenith Medical Center. I personally drove Ibu with my car, and we got to that hospital. I made deposit for them to start treatment from my pockets. Okay? Then the hospital, the chief medical director in that hospital said to me, Ben, if what is written on this file is actually what is wrong with Ibu, that Ibu would have been on arrival. So they will have to run a test all over again to find out the situation, which they did. After running that whole test, they said to me that yes, there are some truth in what the hospital said, but not as bad as they made it look. But they are going to revive Ibu's kidney and treat his heart and all that before discharging him. And they commenced treatment. When they commenced treatment, after treating Ibu, Ibu came back to life. Ibu's health became okay before they discharged Ibu. But one thing happened. Ibu said to me when we took him to hospital, because I told Ibu, I said, now that you're going to the hospital, we need somebody that can be taking care of you in the hospital. Ibu said, please don't call my wife. Are you listening to me? I will say to the wife's front if she calls. That's what Ibu said. Don't call my wife. I say, why? Do you understand? Are you listening to me?
Yes, we're listening.
That was what Ibu said. And I have witnesses of people that were there when he said so. So at the end of the day, this girl Jasmine came. I don't know her from anywhere. She came. Even when she came, I was angry because she made a video about Ibu. Then in the hospital, we never wanted anybody to start making videos. So I was mad with her. I said, "Who is this girl now? Why are you making video of Ibu and all that?" You know. At the end of the day, Ibu now told me that this is his adopted daughter and all that. That was how she came about taking care of Ibu. But I discovered that Ibu was more comfortable with the girl. And when the wife came, you understand? Jasmine told me that Ibu's wife has already taken Ibu's ATM. I said, well, that's his wife. Do you understand me? And then when they finished at that hospital, he was discharged. Ibu was discharged from the hospital and sent back to Lagos with instructions. They wrote down a lot of things that Ibu needs to avoid. Things that Ibu must not eat, which they told the wife and they also told Jasmine. But trust me, those things they said Ibu should not eat was what Ibu started eating. The whole of those things they said Ibu should not eat, Ibu did not have. I met Ibu in one particular occasion. Ibu was eating everything that they told him not to eat. I said, Ibu, why are you eating all these things? These are the things they asked you not to eat.
Sorry, what was he told not to eat? Things like what?
They asked him to avoid like meat, like, you know, those carbohydrates and so many other things they asked him to avoid. They wrote it down. They brought out the list. They gave to the wife the foods that Ibu must not eat and the foods that Ibu will eat. Ibu's situation is as a result of negligence. They neglected the health of this man by giving him the things that he was meant not to eat.
Time.
So I think at this point, every member of his family should be blamed.
Yes.
All of them. All of them should be blamed. They all contributed to what this man is in right now. And to say the fact that Ibu is in the hospital and the family is fighting in the police station over money, they are going to police station to lock Ibu's children up because of money. What money are we talking about here? What kind of money is bigger than Ibu's life? I am so disappointed at Ibu's wife, Jasmine. All of them should get out of there. That's my take. Why should they be fighting us because of money and then Ibu is left at the hospital to... A man is not... You are fighting for his property. Hey. You are fighting for his money. You are selling his cars. You are selling his everything about him. And the man is still alive. Even the children, they all should get out of that place. All of them. I'm telling you. It shows that people doesn't even have any loved one around him. Honestly speaking. I'm sorry I'm getting this upset, but Ibu doesn't have any loved one around him. Including the wife. She doesn't love the man. If she loves her husband, she will not be fighting over money instead of her husband's health. You cannot be going to the police station when your husband is in the hospital. What is money? We're talking about saving a legend's life. Honestly, this is, I'm sorry if I'm so angry, but then, Ibu is a legend.
You can't
This
take that.
shouldn't be happening. This shouldn't be happening to Ibu. The family shouldn't be in police station fighting over money. Fighting over money. What is money? How much are we even talking about?
Hey. As a shame they catch me.
Poverty, the problem.
Bros, you know what, Odo?
Okay.
See as he just catch
Okay,
your
see me for
anger
gym
now. With small life.
You don't see me for gym.
You know what, Odo? I remember NCAC.
You know, those days of trekking up and down, going for audition. It's not at all. It's not.
Some people give
It's
up
not.
along the way.
Ah,
They say, now who gets strength? Now in the fight.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for clarity, Mr. Ben. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Freeze.
Thank you so much, Doris, and every single who has been watching. Thank you all so much. Somebody said you are the person.
What?
You are the person to marry. If you marry wrong, your career will fall to the ground. If you marry right, your career will resurrect. Obviously,
Yeah.
Mr. Ibu is not surrounded by love. He's surrounded by forgiving what it also.
Shall I use the word surrounded by people with sentiment?
It is so sad. Can you leave? I bring Pepper Room. I want to hear what Pepper Room has to say, and then we end there. Please,
Okay. All right, Dr. Freeze, I have to leave you guys now.
Okay, Benedict, thank you. So, Chris, wait then.
Okay.
Benedict,
All right.
Okay. Ben, all right,
I have to go. I have to go back to my exercise. Yeah? Thank you very much. Thank you.
Very, very important. Pepper Room, where are you? I need us to hear from Pepper Room. Pepper Room, where are you? Pepper Room, I need you here. Where are you?
Surrounded by greedy people. The person that wrote greedy people is the right word for it. Greedy people, but I know what I saw. Greedy people.
Pepper Room.
But this second song looks very calm now.
My brother, just wait, let the police finish. I will say it categorically the way it happened.
The second song looks calm. Oh.
All right. So we have.
Hello, Daddy Freeze.
Hi, Pepper Room. Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Doris.
Hi,
Hi,
Pepper Room.
I know they speak
Hi. Daddy Freeze, this is also sad. And just listening to Mr. Ben, I think he gave a lot of us clarity, because I was wondering, what happened after the hospital, the first time he was admitted. And I will say that, he was right. The people around him definitely didn't have his best interest at heart. I think that all the other things that were happening, right? Because the way Mr. Ben explained, the hospital gave him a list of things he shouldn't eat, what he shouldn't do. So all those TikToks that he was doing when he came out of the hospital, going here, going there, all that affected him, because at that point he should have been resting and recovering, right, from his health. Now, regarding the wife, right, and this is an unfortunate thing, right, but it's just the truth. When we have a situation like this, when the household is not at peace, and there is like internal going on between the family, and someone like Jasmine, who is very close to Mr. Ibu, and a lot of rumors were surrounding that, right? I can understand, right, that his wife clearly has a lot of resentments on her husband based on that behavior. That's why you see a case where they are telling him, your husband is in the hospital. You are come and meet your husband. She's dragging her feet. She's doing this. It's resentment. It's resentment that, oh, this Jasmine that you are saying that, loves you more than me. Oh yeah, let her take care of you now. That's sad, but that's just the reality. It's the reality. So I think that definitely contributed to the resentment that his wife has against him. Regarding Jasmine and the alleged 55 million, I feel like, we're talking about the 6 cars, we need to talk about the money as well. You know, we're
For now,
talking
can
about
we just not?
why.
Can we just leave the money because it's not certain yet?
Sorry?
Like I said, why I'm not talking much about the money because it's not certain yet. The police said for now they are still investigating. I just give the defense asked me what they are suspecting. So far, they are still suspecting. So until there's clarity on that, I personally will come out and tell it the way it is. That's why I'm not really pushing it so that I don't have to, you know, put allegation on someone, something that is not true. She understand. That's why I didn't want to talk about it much. But that definitely I will talk about it. Just give police more time to finish their investigation, which they requested. Do you understand?
Okay. I mean, if that's the case,
Someone said, how can
then I'll. But it's a huge question mark on Jasmine. That it is. I'm not going to lie. It's a huge question mark.
Someone said, how can you put a side chick above your wife? If your side chick is more trustworthy than your wife, you will put her above your wife. Let's talk sentiment.
Hey, Daddy, please, I beg you.
Please.
Daddy Freeze. Daddy Freeze.
Wife that was mismatched.
Daddy Freeze, if okay, let me ask you a question. If the side chick was now more trustworthy than the wife, why is she in police custody now? Why?
Well,
why is she in police custody? You know? And again, another thing is I saw people saying that, she could have changed the school. She could have changed the school if they couldn't afford. Daddy Freeze, I'm not going to lie to you. Changing children's school is not as easy as you think because you are pulling them away from their stability. You are pulling them away from their norm. So it's not just easy to just pick up 3 kids, change school.
Hey, Pepper Room, I will drag you on top of this one. You don't have any money.
Am I lying?
No, Pepper Room, this one I did not agree with you.
You don't have any money. You don't have any earnings. You are not bringing 1 naira to the table. You have no source of income. Ibu has no source of income. How do you continue sending children to 700,000?
How do you intend to pay?
At that stage, downgrade.
How do you intend to pay? Things can go up and down in family. So when it goes down, you manage it.
Let me tell you, in Lagos, it's easy to find school. It's when you are looking for those big, you want to carry your children to Corona, you want to carry your children to St. Xavier. That's where you are. Baba, school day everywhere. We're ready, collect your pikin. Exam remain 3 days. They go carry your pikin, leave them. Let the pikin go one school. You cannot keep children in 700,000 naira.
You cannot live a life you cannot afford now. That's the truth.
It's easier said than done. No, it's easier said than done.
Listen, it has happened to me before. It has never happened to me before. It's different. It has happened to me before. I was going through a financial crisis. I downgraded the school of my children. It just took them writing exam. It was like this. After NSAS, my children were in school in what's that school called? Awoyaya, Caleb, one of the best schools in Lagos. But after that NSAS, my children started coming home at 9 o'clock. I changed their schools. It did not take me 10 minutes. Now, when you look for school where big, you look for the biggest school. You want to, if you want to carry your children, go Lekki British. It's not, you cannot just wake up one day and carry them there. If you want to carry your children, but there are schools, and guess what? The school I took my kids to was even now better than even that Caleb, in my opinion. So these are narratives that I didn't change. The first time I changed their school was because I didn't have one. The second time was because of NSAS. I was thinking about it that imagine NSAS starts and my children are in school.
Yeah.
So I wanted to keep them around me, walking distance from home. Say anything happen, we still use leg, go find them. Do you know how far away Yaya is? During that NSAS protest, the looting, the whole roads were unsafe. So I said, never again. One term, they finished the term like this. Boom, I moved them to another school. It did not take me a week. Is too much. I was checking as I carry them go one school. My wife will say, she don't like this school because they don't get ventilation. We go to the next school. It's almost automatic. And then it's to whatever budget you have. So So you can change rules.
Right, Daddy, please. I understand.
So don't
I understand what you're saying.
When you are moving in that realm, you are moving to those schools that you have to apply to enter. No,
somebody is saying he's Jasmine X. That you should bring him up. Sorry, I'm cutting you.
I understand what you're saying, but you know, I also want to say this before I go. I think that when we're talking about how Jasmine came to Jasmine's life. Okay, sorry.
Dr. Freegood 930.
I will pin him. Dr. Feelgood
930.
I can't bring him on because I already have 4 people. So
please remember I said something. I said when he was in Abuja.
Let's this lady, Dr. Feelgood, hold on. Let Pepe Room finish what she has to say so she can leave. Even if it is a broken home, let me tell you, it is sense. Sense is what wrong. You can never, I will never buy that. Listen, education is a priority. Expensive education is a privilege, is a luxury. It's like me going to buy Rolex when my children have not eaten. And you'll be amazed. All these big schools, they are not in any way better. I've learned it. One of my kids went to one of the biggest name school, came out with 2 credits. I carried that to one school in Lekki. She finished with A's, almost A parallel. So all these
can I just say something quickly?
The bigger, the more expensive the school, the more the bullying, the more the stress, the more the emotional stress they put your children through. You guys have no idea. So that's my own take. That's one thing that I would never, that you cannot change your children's school. That it shows that you have no foresight. One thing with me is I project. I look at my income. I look at my. So if it is not adding up, I make amendments immediately. And you can downgrade and upgrade back. But you'll be sitting down, you are watching, you are selling your property to educate children. Okay, what if the man now buy? Wait till you go sell. And you get a house. As in be thinking now. Anyway, thank you so much, Pepe Room. I want to bring this guy's boyfriend.
Please, remember when I said something about that Abuja incident?
Okay, Daddy, please let me just say the last thing I want to say, and I'll just let other people come on. Regarding you saying that when Jasmine came into Mr. Ibu's life, that's when he started doing TikTok and things, and she boosted his career. I feel like Mr. Ibu is a legend and is a household name. You know, did Jasmine help him? Yes, but did he help her upgrade her life? Of course. I mean, she bought a car, she bought phones, you know, she did things. So when people are coming into your life and they are helping you, trust me, if there's no benefits for her, she wouldn't be doing all of that. So I don't think we should take it as, oh, she's the holiest person because she helped him with TikTok, because she helped him with YouTube, because, you know, and I think that is so unfair to compare that to his wife of 16 years. But it is what it is.
Not unfair.
So, but thank you for having me.
When we are listening to this, you see, let's be telling ourselves the truth. You just raised the sentiment. A wife of 16 years. In 16 years, why did Mr. Ibu run away? Why did he tell people that? That's why I said, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. I want the wife to come and talk. I want the wife. My wife of 16 years, my sister, that's sentiment. I don't work with sentiment. I work with numbers. I work with evidence. I work with facts.
I don't think it's sentiment at all that it frees. It's just the reality. I mean, she has made money from this. She's making money from this. She's not doing this because she's holier than thou. Like, it's not that. It's money. It's money, of course. I mean, look at the predicament we're in now. She's in the police station, you know, being investigated. So it's not just because she loves Mr. Ibu's money. But thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.